dodging cars as I cross strip mall line highways, all to get to a chicken teriyaki sub. It's also a failed product. Back then, I wasn't a researcher, entrepreneur, or lean startup evangelist. I was a consumer of place, an unsatisfied consumer of place. But my Westchester story isn't unique, and this is why. Cities are zombies of the startup kind. They're operating but not thriving. They're in a state of limbo, not dead, yet not exactly alive. Unfortunately, there's an epidemic of these soulless, placeless cities. Cities have spent so much damn time in the building. Forget about not understanding the customer problem. They totally misunderstood who their customers were. They built cities for cars, not people, and failed to harness the power of placemaking, to enrich our lives. For cities, getting out of the building means sending out a notice of public approval. Best case scenario, an angry mob shows up protesting the project. Worst case, no one shows up. And the doomed to fail project, this gets approved. But the fallout is more than just primary colored storage units among residential neighborhoods. Urban highways, desolate public spaces, no-name suburbs, elite enclaves, pedestrian no-man lands don't make for lovable places. They make us fat, unhappy, isolate us, harm the environment, and cost us money. But the thing is, even when cities do try to engage the public, it's typically way after sending out a request for proposals from experts, which in and of itself often presupposes the solution. This trickle-down placemaking process is broken, but it doesn't have to be this way. This is the High Line in New York City. It's widely successful, with over 5 million visitors a year. It's a grassroots project with customer development at the very heart of it, a community-led design competition. Cities need to move from an entrenched, this is how we do it, build it and they will come, we know best mentality, to an evidence-based framework. They need to recognize that while people may not be able to design their own solutions, they're the experts when it comes to their pain points. They need to listen to what people and places are telling them. Cities need to be more like lean startups. Cities need to get the heck out of the building. Cities need to adopt lean placemaking. This is where my startup can help. State of Place is more than just a data analytics platform. We enable cities to get out of the building and into the block. Our app collects data on over 280 built environment features, like street trees, parks, sidewalks, you name it, we measure it, and aggregates that into the State of Place Index, which quantifies what people love about cities, diagnoses communities' physical needs, categorizing them into 10 urban design dimensions, and predicts economic performance. But the key is, we train the community to collect this data. State of Place not only factors in a city's goals, capacity, and budget, but also community or customer input. Cities get a built-in customer development platform that produces evidence-based hypotheses about problems communities care about. For example, State of Place allows cities to generate falsifiable problem hypotheses like 30 out of 50 residents believe there's not enough green spaces within close walking distance to their homes. Cities would then conduct customer interviews to validate that hypothesis, run State of Place analytics to identify potential minimum viable projects, and then select one that addresses the problem from a community and physical standpoint and is poised to maximize return on investment, like transforming parking spaces into a pop-up pocket park. Cities would then use this MVP to test yet another falsifiable hypothesis, this time about product market fit. The pop-up pocket park will attract at least 150 residents over the weekend. If this benchmark isn't met, cities would conduct further customer interviews to understand why. Only 50 people visited the pop-up pocket park because it was hard to find. The real problem wasn't a perceived lack of green space, it was rather lack of knowledge of and difficulty accessing existing green spaces. Finally, cities would use State of Place to implement the pivot and identify the real solution, create better signage for and provide safer pedestrian access routes to existing green spaces, not only easily saving significant amounts of money, but also truly solving the problem. So again, cities need to be more like lean startups. The promise is the same. If you build something somebody actually wants or needs, they will come. If you get out of the building, you'll know what that want or need is. State of Place is simply adapting lean startup methods for use in lean placemaking to help deliver places people love. The parallels are endless. Lean startup can change everything. Let's work together to make that happen for cities or otherwise. Thanks very much.